So if you're moving from New York or if you're moving from Florida, your perspective is going to be a lot different from my perspective moving from gray St. Louis. Okay, so I'm here. I'm happy. The food is better. The weather is better. Everything is better here in Houston to me. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joy. I'm a nurse practitioner living here in Houston, and I make content about Houston, becoming a nurse practitioner, and how to achieve your goals. If that sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and push that subscribe button and let's get into the content. Guys, today's video is going to be about my 4-month update in Houston. All right, y'all know that I moved here from St. Louis, Missouri in November. So I've been living here in Houston and I got a lot to talk about. Okay, number one, we want to talk about my apartment because y'all know in my first video, I was not happy. The area was not giving me what I needed it to give. And I just felt like I needed my daughter to hurry up and grow up so that I can go live in that sky-rise apartment where the stuff is at. I want the brunches and the lunches, okay? And I'm not there. I'm not there yet. But I will say, with time, this place has grown on me. I mean, I really like the scenery. I like the lakes. I like the quietness. I don't know if I'm just gonna stay out here. I think I still want that opportunity to go live in that sky-rise apartment with the floor-to-ceiling windows. I just have to have it at least for 1 year. But it's growing on me. And my neighbors, which always irritate me, I just choose not to listen to them anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's mind over matter. What you focus on, your energy will go. So I don't focus on it. I don't focus on it anymore. And I can't complain anymore because I told myself I can't complain. And because I've changed my thoughts, because I can't change my situation, I need to change my thoughts, right? So because I've changed my thoughts, I feel like things have just gotten better. And I like the area that I'm in. And Houston is a drive away. I mean, it's 40 minutes away, but I just make the drive because, baby, I'm going to Houston. When I say I'm going to Houston, it's because even when you live in Houston, you're not actually in Houston. Like, Houston is an hour away from Houston. So I already covered that in my first video, but make sure you pay attention to where you live and what you want your life to look like before you pick a location, because, baby, Houston is an hour away from Houston. Okay, so let's talk about going out. Now, y'all know I'm a millennial and I'm turning 40 this month. So do I go to clubs? No. And I'm sorry to disappoint y'all. I've been to the clubs in Houston. I've visited Houston a couple times. Like, the nightlife is lit. The clubs is lit. But I'm just past that. I'm just not trying to be in a club, and it's not my thing anymore. But I will tell you, because I have been out here, like, the nightlife, the clubs, you have a section. Like, you have to have a section. You're not just going out to the club unless you have a section. I don't know what it is about Houston, but you have to have a section. So now, as me, a 40-year-old woman, when I go out, I like to go to the lounges and the bars. And let me tell you, it's the time, baby. It's the time. First of all, to go in these places, it's free. And I'm very thankful for that, because I feel like in St. Louis, it's not. They charging you $20 to park, and they charging you $20 to get in. And they charging you $20 for a drink. So you done paid $60 and you ain't even had a sip yet. So I appreciate the fact that when you go to these lounges and these bars, it's free to get in. But let me tell you something. That parking ain't free. Everywhere you go, you will pay for parking. I mean, I just went out to a fancy restaurant with my daughter for her birthday, and it was $7 to park. I'm like, I can't even go out to eat. Like, you can't even go to a restaurant. You have to pay to park everywhere. So be prepared for that. If it's cheaper to catch an Uber, baby, catch an Uber. But you know, I live out here in the boondocks suburbs, so it's not cheaper for me to catch an Uber. But if it's cheaper for you to catch an Uber, because you about to pay to park. Everywhere you go, you paying to park. Okay, but when I tell you that there's something to do in Houston every single day, I am 39, but baby, I be outside, okay? And there's something to do every single day. So if you have to work weekends, don't worry, because you can go out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like, baby, you can do it all. And don't talk about Sunday fun day. Like, Sunday fun day, you start going out early and you go from place to place to place. Baby, I be in the bed. I be so tired. The food is good. They got hookah. They got live DJs. They got good music. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. I'm telling you that now. It's a vibe. So be prepared. They wear you out. And then they got something called after hours spot. Okay, y'all might know about this, but I come from St. Louis. I don't know nothing about no after hours spot. You can go to the after hours spot and come home at 9 a.m. And I'm not telling y'all that's what I be doing, but I'm just saying that the after hours spot lit. Okay, so yes, you will go to the after hours spot after you leave all the other clubs, all the other bars you done been to. You can go to the after hours spot. Like, this place never sleep. How do these people work? Like, do these people work? Because y'all is kicking it every single day and everything is so expensive. Like, how y'all got money? Somebody help me out. Help me understand, okay? Help me understand. One thing I can say, though, the men hit different here. Now, let's get into the dating, because I know I done got some little questions about, am I dating here in Houston? And when I moved here in November, I was in a relationship. So I didn't start dating until January when the relationship was over. But I've been on some dates, okay? And the men here just hit different. Like, I don't know, they just like grown manish or something. Like, I will tell you, this is the most money I've ever made in my life, and I go out and don't spend money because it be taken care of. Like, baby, because the men be taking care of it. So I don't know, like, these men, these some different type of grown men down here. These men, I don't know if they had jobs, because they going out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I don't know how they making the money. I'm just telling you that they take care of the bill, okay? Yeah, I'm going on dates. I'm loving it. The men is fine. And guess what? It's men from everywhere. It ain't like you just have a Houston men. I mean, you got men from everywhere. People just move here. So you got men. You got choices. I see why people stay single when they come down here, because, baby, it's so many options. It's so many options. I feel like... This is what I feel like.
After the crowds have ceased. Each night when the lights go out, it can't be found. On the ground, all around. Oh, what a rat play feast. Now.
I mean, it's just so many options. Speaking of that, so many options. The food. The food is so good, and it's so many options. You can have Mexican or Jamaican, or you want lamb chops, or if you want steak or whatever, baby, whatever you want. You want some macaroni stuffed turkey leg. I know it sounds like fat food, and I'm telling you, it is fat food, because I'm struggling. I'm like, I'm not finna be fat here. I'm not going to get fat, but the food is so good everywhere I go. And the best thing about it, they got these food trucks. They got food trucks everywhere, and the food be so good from the food trucks. Like, I don't know, the food just don't taste like St. Louis, baby. Let me tell you something. The food don't taste nothing like St. Louis. I feel like I've been eating since I got here. And I don't know if I told y'all this, but I was a vegetarian, and then I was a pescatarian for 8 years. I did not eat meat for 8 years, and no pork for 20. So coming down here, I immediately started eating meat. I mean, it was other factors that played a role in the fact that I needed to start eating meat, such as like my low iron levels. I was deficient in too much, and I just couldn't keep up. So I had to start back eating meat, and I feel a lot better now that I do eat meat. But what I will tell you is the food's so good, ain't no way I would have been able to like not eat meat here. I done had stuff I never had in my life. Like, I never had lamb chops in my life, baby. I just be thinking about them lamb chops. I never had oxtails. Oh, life changing. Anyway, I'm getting fast in here thinking about it. The weight just gonna come on. So if you move here, you need to understand that you better be working out. You better have a workout plan. I've been working out. I've been working so much that I haven't been working out. So like when I first moved here, I wasn't working. So I was working out at the gym. I was going to Pilates. I worked out at least 5 to 6 days a week. I work like 4 days a week. So I'm not going to the gym like that. I go to Pilates every week. That's consistent. I make sure I keep that because I pay that bill. I know I'm gonna go and do that. And then I try to go to the gym at least once. So twice a week, that ain't gonna keep off this weight. I gotta come up with another plan. After my orientation is over, after the 6 months is over, then I'll have more time and I can beef up my workout and probably get a personal trainer, because I'm not gonna stop eating. So I'm gonna have to work out. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to Pilates once a week, and then I try to go to gym once a week. But it's more than I was doing in St. Louis, so hey, I'm happy with that. But I'm also eating more than I was eating in St. Louis, so yes. But the Southern hospitality is real. I don't know, it's just so much better. Look, and something I will tell y'all, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos about moving to Houston before moving to Houston, and it's really all based off perspective and where you move from. So if you're moving from New York, or if you're moving from Florida, your perspective is going to be a lot different from my perspective moving from gray St. Louis. Okay, so I'm here, I'm happy. The food is better, the weather is better, everything is better here in Houston to me. But if you come from Florida, the weather is going to seem gloomy. I will not lie to you. Some days there's a lot of gloomy days. Like there's a lot of gloomy, like right now it's gloomy, but the sun is out way more than it was out in St. Louis. It just hit different. Also, I would say this is the first year I did not suffer from seasonal depression, and I'm very happy for that. Like I did not get sad at all this winter. And speaking of winter, it lasted 2 days. I was at Pilates. Let me tell y'all something. I was at Pilates, and they got so excited that the groundhog did not see his shadow. And they was like, winter is over. Winter is over. They was celebrating. These Houston people funny. They was celebrating that winter was over. And I was thinking to myself, y'all literally only got 2 days of winter. And only one day was cold. It was 40 degrees. Like, that's literally nothing. But they were celebrating that winter was over. So, yes, I love the weather. I mean, gloomy days or rainy days or whatever. I love it. I have not hit that, oh, Houston's is so hot, the heat is different, I haven't hit that yet because it's not summer yet. But honestly, I'd rather be hot than cold. I'd rather the sun than the snow. So if the heat is gonna come, you know, I'm welcoming it. But again, I'll let y'all know when I do the next update if I just can't take this heat. Okay, so now I'm talking about the crowd. Houston is crowded. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people everywhere. I don't really like going places where it's a lot of people packed like that. So it's been an adjustment for me. I don't go into the grocery store. I don't grocery shop. You know, I haven't been in the grocery store in years. But other places, like if you try to go to Target or anywhere you try to go, it's gonna be a lot of people. So be prepared for all the people. But the people are nice. Like, everybody's pretty nice. I haven't met mean people here yet, or racist people. Like, I don't know. It's just a different vibe here. And it can also be perspective too, because I like I told you, I've watched other YouTubers say people are mean, people are scammers, people are rude. But honestly, I just try to not even attract those type of people. And the type of person that I am, I hope that it keeps those type of people away from me. Like, I'm not going to date a scammer. I'm not going to be anywhere a scammer is at. Unless the scammer come where I'm at. That's the only way the scammer going to get to me. So, and I'm not saying I'm immune from these situations. But what I am saying is, so far, everybody's been very nice and friendly to me. Very welcoming, very inviting. I've gotten several invitations from people to hang out. Another thing is, I'm on Facebook groups, and so there's people who meet and like go out to eat, people who travel together, stuff like that. I mean, I haven't been able to do those things with the group yet because of my job and my busy schedule, but I don't see it being a problem meeting friends here in Houston. There's a lot of people who move here just like I moved here, and they need friends, they need community, so they're open to meeting you and hanging out. So if you have that type of personality where you can talk to people, you're good. But I mean, I have my friend. I told you I met my friend on social media. We hang out, we go places and do stuff. And I'm so thankful for her. But, you know, it's easy to find friends here. That's all I can say. Like, people are nice and friendly. I went to the Galleria for the first time the other day. So there's a lot of shopping here that they ain't got it in St. Louis. I'm just telling you, they ain't got it in St. Louis. It's a lot of shopping. You can go to all the stores, any of the stores you want to go to. And I don't know, the Galleria just hit different. So I was able to go see that for the first time. Oh yeah, and guess what? I got my Easy Tags too. You know, I told y'all about them tolls that they charge you to drive on the street. So I got my Easy Tags, but I got my first bill for driving on those toll roads, $85 for 1 month. So I'm thinking to myself, every month, $85? What? It's expensive to drive on the roads. I ain't gonna hold y'all. But I got my Easy Tags. All I did was go online and got the tags. And so they came in the mail. So now I have my driver's license. My car is registered. I have my Easy Tag. I'm officially a Houstonian. Oh yeah, so when you go out to eat to the brunches and the lunches or Sunday Fun Day or any of those things, pay attention to your receipt, because this is something that I noticed and I was not paying attention at first. But pay attention to your receipt, because that $20 tip already be on there. And then it's a line for you to add additional tip. And they don't bring you a receipt. They bring you the little white machine or whatever. And so you don't get an itemized receipt and you don't realize that you've already tipped. So then you tip twice. So even if you ask them, like, this happened where my friend was like, is the tip already on there? And the waitress was like, no, it's not. And then she was like, okay, can you bring me a itemized receipt? And lo and behold, it was on there. So we were basically tipping her twice, and it was good service. It was nothing wrong with it, and I don't have a problem with tipping, but I don't want to tip twice. Not in this economy, not in Joe Biden's economy. I don't want to tip twice. So it was nice to get that itemized receipt. So what I'm saying to you, even when you go to restaurants, wherever you go, get your itemized receipt, because they already had that 20% on there everywhere you go. Okay, like, that's my update. I feel like I'm more positive in this second video than I was in the first. Just had a different perspective, and I've been here a little bit longer, and I've experienced some things. And so, you know, I love Houston. And if you're thinking about moving here, girl, what you waiting on? What are you waiting on? Like, come on, just do it. But yes, if you want more content like this, you want me to cover anything about Houston, just let me know in the comments, and make sure you push the subscribe button so that you can get updates about videos that I drop about Houston. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.
Baby girl, you are so pretty, pretty.